If you have just joined us, my name is BA Pusha. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and you like this video before we start. Give it a moment of silence for the like button. Thank you very much for that. So, with no waste of time, remember, I am not a financial advisor, but I am your number one hustler, and I'm gonna give you 5 tips or 5 mistakes that YouTubers, especially, when you're just getting started, new YouTubers make when they're getting started.
When the lights come on and they stop recording, and the whole world now wants to hear your story. Turns it back to that car. Panama, 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 Panama. Turns it back to that car.
And in number 1, this one is the most baffling thing ever, and I almost fell into this trap, right? You watch other YouTubers and you think that you need cameras, you need equipment for that, right? So today the date is the 3rd. It's somewhere in September. It's the 3rd or the 4th. This is my first camera. I'm probably sitting on 20,000 subscribers or 23. I'm not sure. That's the first time I decided that I would get a camera. So the first mistake that you actually make is thinking that you need a camera to get started. This is actually being filmed on my P20 phone. I started with my iPhone and it was terrible quality, but I was giving good content. So please do not worry about these fancy things that I got when I hit my first 10,000 subscribers, and I actually got this from Cash Crusaders. I saved up for it. Well, I was giving a lay-by for it. I think I paid like 3 times. I paid this for like 3,000 rand for it, but it was on lay-by. So 1,000 rand I saved up for this, and this I got it today because I started making money on my channel. So why do you worry about equipment so much? Because you're not making money on the channel, so you're not quite sure if your channel will work out. So please don't worry, just get started. The first thing you have to do is get started. Don't worry about the equipment. If your content is amazingly so and people love what you're talking about, then the last thing you should worry is about equipment. Equipment is just gonna waste time and you're never gonna get started because you're gonna procrastinate. Please take it from me. Don't worry, just find a window, right? And face the window, put your camera there, not your camera, your phone. It doesn't matter what phone it is, unless if it's a Mobicel and it's really, really bad. But if it's a normal camera, a normal phone that has a normal camera on it, please use that. Just get started. Do not worry about equipment. It's the last thing you must worry about. Don't buy a camera until your channel starts making money. Unless if you're a cheese boy, cheese girl, I'm a cheese girl, I'm a cheese boy out there. Yeah, then you can actually start buying a camera. Now, I got this camera today. I'm not gonna do the whole unboxing that YouTubers actually make. See, it's quite new. Everything is just in here. It's a new camera. I'm not gonna do the unboxing. It's an M10 Canon. Right? I am going to change this to go to number 2 and show you what the difference is between this is my phone recording right now, and I'm gonna start recording with this camera. Obviously my quality has to go up because I have a lot of people who are subscribed to the channel now, and I'm making money from this channel that is actually paying me quite well, and other endorsement deals, drop shipping, all the stuff that I'm doing can afford me this. But if you're just getting started, please don't worry about this guy. This guy doesn't matter. Well, there's a big difference between my phone and the new camera, I have to admit. And by the way, shout out to my boy who's always borrowed me his camera and his ring light when I first started. Those are the type of friends you need. Shout out to Tebo Toa. I love you, son. Thank you so much for your support. But let's go to the second mistake that new YouTubers always do, and that's they focus too much on the cameras and things that don't matter and not focus on the content. The content is very, very important. Why? Because my content was good. People didn't worry much about the camera difference. man, I'm loving the camera difference, I don't want to lie. So if you have great content, people won't worry about how blurry your, well, it mustn't be that blurry, but they won't worry about what's in the background and all those stuff. They're actually concentrating on what your content is. My favorite shows on YouTube right now is something that is different, and it's something that a lot of YouTubers didn't think of. It's called Telling the Untold. I forgot by who, but I'll link it here if you want to go check it out. She is amazing. I mean, her content is just, it's, wow, it does make my skin run sometimes, but we're looking for things like that. Even when I started how to make money online, like, I didn't become like every single person who was talking about how to make money online. I want to believe that I started the niche of how to make money online, but be specific on it by using apps, surveys, and things like that. Number 3 is copying someone else's content. It's the worst thing that you can do. Just start by being yourself. If you copy someone's content, for example, if you go and doing this, I don't know, I don't want to make myself an exact example, but I would be a perfect example. Let's say now I started with how to make money using apps, and then I changed my concept completely. Now I'm talking about things I either went to school for or studied for, and you have no idea and you can't copy it because you don't know what am I talking about. Because people are copying that content, now they don't have anything to talk about, because I'm not talking about apps that they can copy anymore or anything like that. I'm not having any tools or things like that. If you're thinking of starting how to make money online through apps, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about people that go and not get inspired by the next person, but takes whatever the person does, speaks about it the same way without doing their research about basically how to make money online in different ways. The thing I love about other YouTubers is, well, different YouTubers, is that if you're gonna have a cooking show, please don't go and copy the same concept that Jamie or whoever, Jamie Oliver has, but put a twist into it. Put your South African flavor into it, it might work. So number 3 is, the mistake is you copy what someone else is doing exactly. Not even getting inspired by their content, but actually copying. Don't do that. Not you. Number 4, I will always put this in everything that I have to do when I have to advise YouTubers about basically starting a YouTube channel or being best at your field, is consistency. And this is one thing I fault myself on, and I saw this by my channel. When I was consistent, I used to get a lot of views, but immediately when I started getting into, well, other ventures, which by far for me right now is working 100%. Yes, YouTube does pay me, but I feel like you need to grow as a person. Don't look for any one stream of income, because, well, YouTube being one of my streams of income, I have other 7 streams of income that I have to actually work in, or others are actually passive. But let's go back to what I was talking about. Being consistent is very important, especially when you start. You cannot drop one video and expect people to see it. And the more that you post, the more people know about you, and your algorithm will go up, and YouTube will see that you're actually serious about the content that you're taking out, because you're not just one hit wonder putting a video. Some people are just beautiful beings and we love seeing them, you know. Yeah, that type of vibe. Oh yes, do your thing, girl. How do you talk? Yeah. But some of us are just not lucky. Meaning, if you're as ugly as I am, you have to be consistent with the content. And remember, the content must be unique and it must be insightful. The last one is forgetting that YouTube is a search engine. Yeah. And Google is a search engine. Google, I think, is the father, and YouTube is the mother, or the kid, whatever, but they come from the same family. So meaning that no one is gonna watch Lerato and I went to the beach, but people will probably watch something to say how I caught a fish at the beach, how to catch a fish at the beach. So that type of you know, labeling your videos is very, very important. How you title, so the titles in your videos are very, very much important. I keep on looking at the screen on top because I have to focus right here and look at you, right? It's very confusing, but excuse me for that. So remember, it's a search engine, and if you want to get results a little bit faster, don't try to be another YouTuber who is a vlogger, but always takes us to the mall and their house, and then the mall and their house. If you say you're a travel vlogger, you better take us to different places that we haven't been and we'd love to see. So making sure that your niche is correct, which is, let me add another one, why not? Let me add the 6th one. So the 5th one is basically making sure that you are searchable on YouTube. Because you stayed all the way through my video and you liked it, thank you for liking my video and subscribed. I am going to give you the 6th one, niches. What is a niche? Everyone's talking about niche. But no one is actually explaining what a niche is. A niche is basically very simple. A niche is something that has to do with very much the one that actually works and pays a lot is obviously about money, of how to make money online. But it doesn't mean now you have to start talking about how to make money online, especially if you don't know how to actually research the content of it. Just because it's paying high, it doesn't mean it's you. Niches is basically where you fall in the YouTube, what is it, algorithm or whatever. Like, so if you choose finance, that's a niche. If you choose beauty and lifestyle, that's a niche. So those type of things, you get different niches. Find something that speaks to you, something you can I can sit here and talk about money all day because that's what I work with. So if you can't speak about something all day, probably not the niche for you. So please go do some research on niches and see how much they pay. Even if they don't pay that much, just make sure that you start getting in endorsement deals. Like I have different endorsement deals that I work with companies. I want to shout out one of them right now. Shout out to Infojam, and those are the type of things that we're going to talk about in my next video, talking about how to start looking for endorsement deals, what to do to scream out to the universe that you need endorsement deals. With that being said, my name is B.A. Pusha. You can catch me here or here, and yeah, I'll see you on my next video. Will probably happen to be tomorrow because I'm back. I have to take out content. I've been gone for so long. Have a good one. Pusha gang. Gang.